Pitch to him. Fly ball deep right. It's going to win the game. Abreu's going back and watching it sail. It's a grand slam.
A drive. Left center. Deep. See you later. Caleb Durbin. Turn out the lights.
And
the Durbinator.
And a fly ball left center field. This is well struck. This is gone. Andrew Vaughn.
Ooh.
Marte's being set. Here's the throw from Perkins. It is going to be in time.
Burgers.
And a swing and a miss. He struck him out. Would you like fries with that? 12 in a row for the crew.
They're winners, and they've proven it, and no one thought they could.
97 wins for your Milwaukee Brewers, a new franchise record.
Well, then I guess there's only one thing left to do.
What's that?
Win the whole thing.
Broadcasting live from the Everlight Solar Studio in downtown Madison. Alongside Matt Hamilton, here's Riley Yauk.
It is Jim, Matt, and Molly, presented by Coors Light. Matt Hamilton, when the mountains are blue, you know what to do.
And that's crush a Coors Light.
Riley Yauk in for Jim Rutledge today. No Molly Brown. You guys are really digging the bottom of the barrel for a substitute host today. But I appreciate being here. I've always wanted to do the It Is, and it is fantastic. So Brewers, obviously.
This scared me.
Matt, the talk of the town. However, before we get to Brewers, you have some stories, some thoughts on the Packers' overtime, on the overtime rules, and something from volleyball that we have to get to first. So please enlighten me. Let's start with the volleyball story. What happened?
Well, I was invited to go to the volleyball game, and I appreciate you setting me up like this because, yeah, this is my show, so I get to call the shots.
Exactly.
We're talking volleyball.
I'm just a substitute today, filling in for Jim Rutledge. Primetime Ryan Willershine behind the glass as well. I apologize, Ryan. Already forgetting my producer brethren immediately once stepping into the hosting role.
Riley Yauk goes to the big leagues. It all goes right to his head. Can't you see it, Matt? The new haircut and everything.
I know. I dig it, though. It suits you.
Thank
it really
you.
does.
I appreciate that. Clearly, it made my head swell up a few sizes
No
as
more
well.
booth for you. You're automatically like our closer.
Hey, I appreciate that.
You're
the Trevor
our McGill right now.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Ooh.
I'll even be an Abner Uribe. I'll be the setup man.
Ooh.
Jesse Nelson, he can be the
All
Trevor
right, Matt
McGill.
Hamilton, if you were a Milwaukee Brewer, who would you be?
Oh, I'm...
Durbinator?
No, I thought I was thinking in the rotation.
Oh, we're just going strictly
Just straight
pitching.
pitchers.
Yeah.
Straight pitchers. Okay. Riley?
I'm like the Miz.
You're the Miz?
Yeah, because I bring the heat on the show. Jim is
Speaking of the
the
Miz.
starter. Jim's the
Freddie Peralta.
Yeah, he's the Peralta.
He's the
and
ace.
Molly. That's Molly.
Molly might be Brandon Woodruff. Really effective,
I
really
like
efficient,
that.
maybe the best
Maybe I'm Woodruff. Molly is the Miz because I'm out for a lot of the season.
That's exactly what I was going to say.
Just like Woodruff.
Injury prone.
That's exactly what I was going to say. Brandon Woodruff missed almost 2 years. Molly Brown missed about 3.5 months while on maternity leave.
Yeah, I'm not totally sure where our bet is, whether she's missed more time than me or not.
I think we're feeling pretty good about Molly right now.
It's getting close again.
Matt, the last month or so, like curling's picking up right now for you.
Definitely.
I mean, I'm not going to say that it's going to be a landslide for Molly Brown, but it should be. She should be like a clear like minus 150 favorite.
Oh, she's definitely the favorite, but I like where my chances are right now. I don't think I've used up 2 months, so if we're starting from Jan 1, she missed 2 months. Didn't start till March.
Yeah.
Right? And then she's had some vacations, and I was super present this summer. So
all I know is that it would be sad if you ended up missing more time than Molly Brown.
It's not your
Oh,
fault.
no. It should be sad if Molly misses more time.
I don't know. In the last month, Matt's missed like 5 weeks. I mean,
how does one miss 5 weeks in a month?
That was the joke, Matt Hamilton.
Well, Matt, there'll be more Brewers talk like our comparisons coming up later. But you didn't miss yesterday's show, and then you went to the volleyball game. So what happened last night, Wisconsin, Illinois at the Fieldhouse?
Yes. Oh, absolutely awesome game, by the way. But
sweep.
Yeah, exactly. 3-game sweep. It was really awesome to watch.
Sweep.
I think that might have been my first Badgers volleyball game.
Oh wow!
I've been to a couple
but
Love
you
games.
did the okay. That was Love Madison. Yeah, I was gonna say you did the first serve. I remember we had a couple of Coors Lights at the at JB10s or Scotties across the street from Fieldhouse.
So go to the game. We were invited by some friends.
Okay.
They're like, hey, we got 2 extra tickets, and then later that day they're like, hey, 2 more tickets, and basically we meet them, and they're like, yeah, one of my friends, her husband's the strength and conditioning coach for the Badgers volleyball team.
Okay.
So we had some really cool, we were like 5 rows up in the corner, right? So like every spike was like at us. It was awesome.
Nice.
But, I don't like to be outdone or anything like that.
You have to be the center of the attention, the main
exactly.
attraction.
Like so I kind of felt like when they were like, they said we were in general admission, so I thought we were upper deck. And then we go in, they're like, oh, no, I got these tickets from the strength and conditioning coach. And I'm like, that's pretty cool. Like, these are great seats. I really appreciate it. And we're sitting down there, and they're doing the warm-ups. And I just turn to them, and I look at them. I'm like, you know what? I'm going to go say hey to Kelly before the game. And they're like,
that's bold.
You mean Coach Sheffield? I'm like, yeah. Like, everyone's walking behind the seats, right? Because they're getting to, like, different locations in the arena. So I just, like, walk up. And I'm like, hey, Kelly. And he turns around and he's like, Matt. And he, daps me up. And we have a quick little conversation. I go back, and both our friends that invited us, like, jaws dropped. And my wife is just like, you're such a jerk.
Cool.
I know why you did that and why you did that. Like, I know you, and they don't know you well enough to know that you would do that. But I know you well enough that you are just going to try and flex on them because you think they flexed on you. No, they were just being nice, and they had a hookup. I was like, yeah, so? But, like, isn't it cool that they're friends with a guy who knows Kelly Sheffield?
That's ridiculous. So your the whole rationale of going up to Kelly Sheffield was just to prove to your friends,
well, also to say good luck in your 600, going for your 601st win.
Yeah.
Because obviously he's got the 600, and
601, arguably bigger and more important than 600.
Not arguably, definitely.
It is.
Take that for that.
But yeah, I knew that going into the game because I listened to the pregame show with John Audius and Kelly. So
would you have known that otherwise?
No chance. No chance. I honestly, I learned a ton driving to the game, listening to that pregame show because they explained blocks in college as how they're different than pro. So I learned a bunch of really neat stuff. But I was like, basically, I'm going to congratulate Kelly, but it's also I'm flexing on my friends. It's like a twofer. Kelly Sheffield thinks like, Matt, what a nice guy. Like, he made it to the game. He was close enough to say hey, and he did. Like, I appreciate that. And then my friends going back, like seeing their jaws dropped was dope.
So that's like the ultimate PR move for you to still maintain, flex on your friends, be the center of attention, but also still get in the good graces of someone higher up than the strength and conditioning coach of the Badgers, head coach Kelly Sheffield. So in his mind, it's like, oh, man, Matt Hamilton, what a nice guy.
Yeah.
He's taking time out of his busy day to come hang out, watch a volleyball game, support the team, support a partner in UW Athletics and the volleyball team. And then your friends can also be like, wow, Matt Hamilton's connected.
Pretty cool.
This guy's pretty sick. That's
amazing.
That's absurd.
And not only
That's
that,
absurd.
so like I said, we're 5 rows up. We're right by the tunnel where the opposing team runs through. And so there was some security there and like police or whatever. I don't know. I don't think it was event security. I think it was police. Either way, the police, when I walked back, were kind of like whispering to each other and looking at me. So I kind of thought I might have been in trouble. And then, like 2 seconds later, they're like, "Are you Matt Hamilton?"
Cool.
So my head just blew up.
Massive.
It was literally the perfect game. And then to absolutely drub the Illini, who was 9-1 at that time, 8-game win streak. I was pretty stoked on that. And yeah, the best moment in the game: 15-15 second set, and final score of the second set, 25-15, 10-point run.
10-point run to end the game.
Yeah.
Or the match. Not
Mimi
too shabby.
is a beast. It was impressive. I was very impressed by that.
Yeah, 2-time National Player of the Week, I think, Mimi Collier. Yeah. But I'm just, to put a bow on this story, I'm very glad you have your wife there to,
humble me?
Yeah, poke the hole in the balloon that was your head, because I know if that's me in that situation, I will admit, I am definitely not nearly the celebrity you are, but I've done that sometimes with the access and Yeah, the
Just to flex
access
a
we
little
have
bit.
here at ESPN Wisconsin, I'll be like, oh, yeah, I know Mark Tauscher. Yeah, I talk. He's great friends with me.
What's the point of having muscles if you ain't flexing them? That's all I'm saying.
Exactly. So it is that a douche, arrogant move? Yes. But
Yeah, I agree.
But have I also done that? Yes.
Yeah.
So I can't totally condemn you there. But this is Jim, Matt, and Molly, presented by Coors Light. Matt Hamilton, Riley Yauk, in for Jim Rutledge, and I guess Molly Brown is just absent. How are we
She's got Grandma's birthday down in Iowa.
Okay.
She's heading down to Grandma's birthday party.
Okay. Congratulations.
90th, I believe. 90th birthday.
Wow.
Yeah.
Congratulations. To
Yeah, 90 or 91st.
Oh, wow.
Actually, not to flex, I mean, Molly said that Grandma was a fan of me before I started working with ESPN here, before Molly knew me. So when she told me that, she's told me a couple times. She's got like my cards and stuff. I ran home on Wednesday night, grabbed the smallest jersey I have because I found out Molly's grandma's not a big person.
Yes.
Smallest jersey I have, and I gave it to Molly. I was like, give this to your grandma for her birthday.
So this is truly the Matt Hamilton like ego stroking segment to start the show. This is I feel like this is the true.
But I do have a way to bring me down with my overtime rules. That I
Okay,
wanna get
yes.
to.
So we have Jason Wilde coming up at 4:30. We're not going to be talking much Packers today, so we're getting to it right now. Yesterday, Thursday Night Football, 49ers beat the Rams 26-23 in overtime, get a 4th and 1 stop. I haven't heard your thoughts on the overtime rules.
Right.
What did you see from that game, and how are you tying it into the Packers-Cowboys tie from a few weeks ago? What are your thoughts on these rules?
So here, it's not really necessarily the rules. It's the way the new overtime is structured.
Okay.
So back before, it was if you score first score at one point.
Yes, which
and
I
then it
hated
was if it was a touchdown, it was over. But if it was a field goal, the other team got a possession.
Yes.
Now it's both teams are guaranteed to touch the ball. That's the new rule this year. Both teams get to touch the ball, 10-minute overtime, 2 timeouts each. They flip a coin. Winner of the flip gets to choose whether they want to kick or receive. Loser gets to pick which direction they want to go. Both McVay and LaFleur, their teams that won the flip, both chose to kick the ball. And I think that is wrong.
That's interesting because in college football is similar, not quite the same, where you start on the 25-yard line and it's back and forth. And typically at the coin toss, if you win, the team that wins typically defers as well. So defense on the field first. If you get a stop, you're set up to win. But regardless, you know what you need to accomplish to either tie or win the game. So do you think that's wrong? Then
Well,
you
in
think they
college? See, I think it's different in college because there's not a clock.
Okay. Oh, that's true.
Right?
That's
They're
true.
just
That's the
two
wrinkle.
possessions.
Yeah.
That's the wrinkle. With the clock, I think it changes everything. How many times have you seen an 8-minute, 9-minute drive? If you
A lot.
take the ball first and you run it, like obviously when you get to 4th down, you got a coin flip, especially where you're at. You don't really want to punt. But from both of these games, both teams took it down the field. Cowboys took it down the field and got a field goal. The San Francisco 49ers took it down the field and got a field goal off the upright.
I did. That was a
That
was a wall scraper.
Yeah, exactly. Scrape the post, but still goes through. So the other team now, I like that they know what they have to do. But if you go in with the mindset that we get to go out on the field first, take as much time as we need to, the goal is still touchdown. The goal is always touchdown. And then say you do settle for a field goal. You might have chunked off past 5 minutes. Now you have the advantage. Your 2 timeouts now, instead of having to be used to stop the clock and keep your drive moving, and like in the Packers case, get right down to the wire and run out of timeouts, you can now use those timeouts defensively. You don't like a setup you see on the field? Boom. The other team's running a hurry-up offense and your guys look gassed? Boom, timeout. I think it's more beneficial. You know you have to score a touchdown.
Yes.
So that's the goal either way, whether you're first or second. So why wouldn't you give yourself the benefit of more time on the clock?
I actually don't hate that at all. I actually love that take.
The pressure is not there. If the other team goes down and scores a touchdown, you are now under a ramped up level of pressure.
True.
Pressure.
And you might only have 3.5 minutes on the clock, or in the Packers' case, 4 minutes and some change.
And I guess best case scenario in that situation, you defer, other team scores a touchdown first play right away. So then you have 9 minutes and 50 seconds to score a touchdown. Regardless, you score a touchdown unless you go for 2 to try and win the game. Then you got to kick it back to them, and then it's next score wins. And they can just kick a field goal.
That's true.
And win. So actually, I don't know how I've never thought of it that way before, but I really like that because then you bring I guess it's more of an aggressive mindset. You're going out to win the game, not sitting back. And I
hope they only get a field goal, and then we can go and get a touchdown. Or I hope our defense can stop them.
Yeah, there's something to be said for trusting your defense. But in extra frame, they've already played 4 quarters. Your defense is going to be tired. Your offense is probably going to be able to operate more efficiently than the defense.
And the other thought, too, is the Rams were on offense. So if you take the ball, you're putting their defense right back on the field. Like, I think there's different caveats. Like, it might not be 100% of the time, but I think in a vacuum, you got to think like 60% of the time, you'd rather have the ball first. But I saw 2 coaches that we tout as top-tier coaches, McVay and
offensive masterminds.
Both of them defer, and
it's not tight.
I think that's dumb. I think they're dumb.
All right, Ryan.
Somebody rebutted me.
I was going to say, I agree with this, but it sounds like someone much smarter than me did not.
I don't know. He went to Michigan. He might not be that smart.
That's true, actually.
You
make a very good point.
Yeah.
Michigan safety school for Wisconsin. That's a fact. Let's hear what Rich Eisen had to say about this.
Now let's just quickly talk about the overtime rules again. You're like, why wouldn't you take the ball to start?
Take the ball to start.
Because you don't want to give your opponent the opportunity to get a 4th down, go for it situation every single time. You just don't want to give it to them. Even if you score a touchdown, then you know when you get the ball second, you have to score a touchdown in order to continue the game or go for 2 and win it. You're giving the other team the opportunity to just keep going for it on 4th down like they're playing a video game.
I don't understand that take
I get it
at all.
Instead of potentially when you get the ball first, you're in 3-down territory, and especially if you're pinned deep.
It's the idea
all
of
4-down territory, and you can punt.
It's the idea of once you go second, you have second mover advantage. So you have the knowledge of knowing what the other team did first. Whereas if you go first, then you don't know exactly what the other team will do. So you're more guessing and trying to predict what the other team is doing, while also trying to make your decision about how you should be playing touchdown or field goal.
Where do you land on it?
I think Rich Eisen went to a safety school, but I think this was a smart take.
So you agree.
So you agree. You're on the other side.
If we're playing overtime and you win the toss, are you receiving or are you kicking?
I would probably defer. I would kick off.
You can't defer. That was actually something Matt Stafford said yesterday, and they're like, you can't defer. You have to pick, kick, or receive.
Interesting.
Really? Yeah, he won't let him.
There's nothing to
if you
do.
Defer,
you can't defer to another half.
Oh yeah, that's the dumb thing about those two. Like that goes back to the whole Jair Alexander thing. Yes. Why can't we just say whatever the ref knows what you mean?
Hey, Matt Stafford, he's a smart guy, and he was wrong too. It's okay to be wrong, right?
He's a bulldog. Bulldog's not that smart either. Georgia. Yeah.
Wow, you're just throwing shade at any college, not Wisconsin.
Look,
I'm insecure right now about my football team. I need to throw out shade against every other university.
Hey, that's fair. Adam Mertz, host of Wisconsin College Game Day pregame show, he's down in Georgia this weekend for Georgia-Alabama.
His daughter goes to Georgia,
exactly.
Right?
So are you calling her daughter dumb?
Her daughter dumb?
His daughter dumb?
Careful.
I'm calling Adam dumb for letting her go there. That's what I say.
All right. Well, this segment I was very agreeable with Matt Hamilton. Next segment, we promised you Brewers talk. I have something from yesterday's show that I want to push back on you a little bit.
Okay.
Man. So we're heading to break here. Before we do that, we have to hear what Jim Rutledge had to say about Simden Chevy. This is Jim, Matt, and Molly, presented by Coors Light.
Jim Rutledge here. It's officially camping season, which means I'll be using my big blue Chevy Silverado from Simden Chevy in Mount Horeb to tow my camper around the state. I'm sure you have a million things you love to do over the summer, and it's always easier and better if you have a new or new-to-you truck from Simden Chevy in Mount Horeb. You're only minutes away from a better buying experience at Simden Chevy in Mount Horeb. What does that mean? It means it's a customized buying experience. If you're an expert and you know what you want, they're happy to let you take the lead. And if you have a ton of questions, Aaron, Tyler, and and the whole team at Simden Chevy in Mount Horeb will make sure they can answer them all. You're only minutes away from a better buying experience at Simden Chevy in Mount Horeb.
You're listening to Jim, Matt, and Molly.
Brandon in Tulsa, my calloused heels ended their silk chic era after one night.
Oh, God, that just,
You all right over there?
I hate the feeling of like when your feet or something on your body is like dry and it like scrapes against the sheets. Oh, God, that just,
I'm with you on that.
Presented by Coors Light on 100.5 ESPN, the ESPN Wisconsin app, and ESPN Madison on YouTube.
Imagine the peace of mind knowing your home or business is safe 24/7. I'm Jeffrey Beckman, president of J&K Security Solutions, and we provide security you can trust. Serving Madison and southern Wisconsin, J&K Security Solutions offers state-of-the-art home and business security systems tailored to your needs. From video surveillance to home and business automation, to find out how J&K Security can help secure what matters most in your life, visit jksecurity.com.
Hey, it's Molly Brown from Jim, Matt, and Molly. I've been drinking ZOA Energy for a while now, and I absolutely love it. ZOA is my go-to beverage when I need a boost without the crash that comes with other energy drinks. It's packed with natural ingredients like vitamin B and C, electrolytes, and has zero sugar. It fuels my workouts and busy days. I recently had twins, and I have a toddler, so I need all of the energy I can get. Head over to ZOAEnergy.com to find the location nearest to you to pick up some ZOA for yourself. ZOA Energy for balance and drive.
At Wisconsin Surplus Online Auction, you won't have to worry about your old lawnmower pulling a hamstring. They make buying and selling easy. Wisconsin Surplus Online Auction is simple, reliable, and unlike your fantasy team this football season, they'll actually deliver. Have equipment taking up space? Let them be your surplus solution. You send it in, they list it, people bid, and you actually win. Bid, buy, sell, and score big today at WisconsinSurplus.com. Because winning isn't just for game day. WisconsinSurplus.com.
Your Honda gets you everywhere. When it needs service, you need Zimbrick Honda service. Their customer service is second to none, and you can experience it for yourself at 2 convenient Madison service locations on Phish Hatchery Road and Grand Canyon Drive. From simple maintenance to expert repairs, Honda certified technicians handle it all. Stop in for an express oil change at Phish Hatchery Road on Saturdays. No appointment necessary. Part of the Madison community since 1973. Shop local. Shop Zimbrick Honda.
Life's better with American Family Insurance because we know you love working weekends. If it means working on your dream home, both inside and out. And we're here to help protect those dreams so you can enjoy peace of mind. Save up to 40% when you bundle home and auto. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products not available in every state. Some exclusions apply. American Family Mutual Insurance Company SI and its operating company 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
If you're looking for a special piece of jewelry for any occasion, Condon Jewelers is always there for you. Condon Jewelers has the best selection of jewelry you'll ever find and guaranteed to have the lowest prices in the Madison area. Free shipping is always available. Visit CondonJeweler.com or call 241-3406 and ask for Jim, the owner, who's at the store every day. Shop locally. Condon Jewelers, the jeweler on the east side, the jeweler on your side.
Attention, business owners and executives. Looking for a bank that's invested in your community as you are? Look no further than Starion Bank. As a Dane County community bank, Starion offers competitive deposit and loan rates while actively supporting local initiatives. Visit a business banker at one of our convenient branches in Middleton, Monona, and Sun Prairie. Starion Bank, full-service business banking, lending, and cash management.
When it comes to your career, most companies want you to be interested in them. At Northwestern Mutual, their mutual interest is you. That's why they listen to your career goals, plan the steps to get there, and work side by side all along the way. To learn more about career opportunities, search for Northwestern Mutual Southern Wisconsin online or call 608-836-3080. That's 608-836-3080. The Northwestern Mutual Life Insurance Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
You're listening to Jim, Matt, and Molly, presented by Coors Light. Also brought to you by J&K Security Solutions, securing homes and businesses in the Madison area since 1987.
She didn't beg, or not enough. She didn't stay when things got tough. I told a lie, she got
Molly. Riley Yauk in for Jim Rutledge. Molly Brown out on assignment. Matt Hamilton, the Olympic gold medalist, here as well. The Milwaukee Brewers taking on the Chicago Cubs in the National League Divisional Series. I could not be more excited. Slightly nervous as well. But, Matt, you said something yesterday that piqued my interest. You would rather have played the Padres. You would have rather seen the Padres in this NLDS. Could you please elaborate, since not everyone listens every day? Could you rehash your take from yesterday?
So it's purely based on emotion. And I am someone who definitely wears his emotion a little more on his sleeve. So high highs,
I can relate, yeah.
low lows. That said, the Cubs are absolutely a rival of the Brewers, right? And as great as it is to win that rivalry game and that rivalry series, losing it hurts even worse. And the end of the day, the goal isn't beat the Cubs in a playoff series. The goal is get to the World Series and try and make a run.
Yep.
Right? Padres, 2 less wins than the Cubs, so they're the 5 seed. On paper, they're the worst team.
On paper. I don't even know if on paper. Maybe just record-wise.
Well, let's just say if the Padres had a chance in a best-of-3 to beat the Cubs, could they do it? No. So they were the worst team.
Yeah. By that logic,
By
the
3
Brewers
runs
are
at
playing
least.
the Cubs.
Take that for data. So that's kind of just where my head's at. I would rather not have to deal with the emotional roller coaster of playing a rival in the playoffs with the risk of having to deal with Jim Rutledge, the Cubs fan,
people
on
like
the radio talking about how the Cubs are better. If the Padres beat the Cubs and then they beat the Brewers, Jim's going to be like, oh, well, whatever. End of the story. But he's going to be insufferable. So I don't want to deal with that low, even though the high be better, because as the driver of the show, I could bring up, the Brewers beat the Cubs. Ha ha ha. We're a better baseball team. We've got your number. Greg Counsell sucks. And he's just going to pivot because he drives the show.
So it sounds like I understand you have to deal with Jim Rutledge every day.
Yeah.
I do not. I only have to deal with him once a week on Thursdays. The Jump Around, Thursdays, 12:30 to ESPN, Madison, and Milwaukee.
Great show.
YouTube channels, make sure to go tune in. Well-produced show, Jim Rutledge, Pablo Iglesias. So you have to deal with that every day. That makes sense. But, come on. This is what makes sports so awesome.
Right.
The highest highs and the lowest lows. And looking back, if the Brewers end up winning the World Series this year, think of how much sweeter it's going to be knowing that journey started with sending Craig Counsell and these annoying Cubs fans, one who usually sits in this chair, back home to Chicago, back to Fibland.
Yeah.
And, it would be the most gratifying series win probably in my lifetime.
Yeah, okay. On the flip coin, on the other side of the coin, I have to deal with Jim Rutledge. You were telling me before the show, you've got a roommate who's a Cubs fan.
I know.
So you want, you're willing to risk that
Yes,
low.
that's the risk you
for
have
the
to
potential
take.
high.
Yes.
I don't know if it's there. I'm too emotional to deal with that mentally, emotionally, and spiritually.
I understand. I'm going to be in the exact same boat as you if the Brewers, God forbid, lose the series to the Cubs. I'm not going to want to come into work for the next week. I will actively be avoiding my roommate for the next week. So I understand. But
And I don't really have the luxury to not come in because I don't want to deal with Jim. I use up any extra time that I can be gone for curling only. If I called in and was I think Jim's going to be mean today, I don't want to come into the show, I'm going to get, reprimanded.
Yeah.
Matt, you
Judgmental
already
Jim.
take 3-4 months a year off. We can't have you because your feelings might get hurt. I can't deal with that. So
okay,
I'm fine with playing the Cubs. I like the Brewers' chances, but I would have rather played the Padres.
All right, that's your prerogative. I want to hear from the fans. 844-770-3776. The Carbless Talking text line. Less is more. And I'm not going to ask because obviously it's now we know the opponent. It's going to be the Cubs. So would you rather, our Siding Unlimited poll question for today, would you rather beat the Cubs in 3 games or 5 games? And the difference here, they talked about it on Kyle Preston Norman. Fans talked about it on Wildy and
we kind of
Tausch.
bit that one, but they didn't post it.
Exactly. So. They never posted as a poll question. Neither did Wildy and Tausch, so it's fair game for us. And it's a really good question. So, Matt, I'm going to assume, and you know what assuming does, but that you would rather beat the Cubs in 3 games.
Oh, yeah, 100%. Sweep them, send them packing. I don't want to deal with the drama of it being a 2-2 series and having to take it home in Milwaukee.
Okay. I heard the opposite perspective on Wildy and Tausch this morning. A caller called in, and his perspective, he wants it to be so painful. He wants to twist the knife. He wants it to go 5 games and just a brutal loss for the Cubs. Big win, maybe a walk-off win.
Extra inning, fifth?
Yes, so, like the most stressful possible series, so it feels that much better.
It's going to feel stressful for you, too.
I know. My stomach's going to be in knots on Saturday when I'm trying to watch the Badgers game.
Just thinking about it, my stomach is starting to, get a little knotty.
But imagine this. Let me throw out a hypothetical scenario for you. The Brewers, it's the 10th inning. They walk off the Chicago Cubs. Yelich hits a walk-off 2-run home run to beat the Cubs.
Yeah.
Game 5, confetti's falling, everyone's freaking out. You're moving on to the NLCS. Imagine the weight that's lifted off your shoulder, the knot that's untied in your stomach after that, and the elation, the jubilation in your body and in your soul after a win like that. Think of how amazing that would be. Let's go.
And don't get me wrong, it would be good. But there's bigger fish to fry than just the Cubbies this postseason. So get them out early, save your pitchers, get a little extra break for all your players. Who knows? Everyone maybe it's a tight hammy here and there. You want to take some time to rest. Now, again, I'm going off the assumption that there's a script that we don't know about.
Yes.
Not actually, but in this scenario, 3 or 5. If I know, for sure Brewers are winning, would you rather it be 3 or in 5? I'm taking the 5. If I know for sure. Mm-hmm. But if I don't know and it's someone else who just knows the script and is aware of it, but we're not aware of it, and you're asking me that question, I'm not trying to deal with the stress. Right? Because that's all I'm trying to avoid. I've got enough gray hair from dealing with John Schuster and Jim Rutledge that I don't need the Brewers to add to my age. I already look like I'm 40, and I'm only 36. So it ain't good dealing with stress when you get older, Riley. So I understand where you're at, young man.
Yeah.
But you will feel this as you get older.
I still have all my youthful exuberance now.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so let me put it this way then. If you're competing, then would you rather, say you're the Brewers, you're on the Brewers, would you rather go 3 or 5? Or you're competing in a curling match. Do you want a quick domination?
Matt Hamilton thinks he's on the Brewers. You can just say,
okay,
Matt,
you are
I definitely
on the Brewers.
refer to the Brewers as we, so
I mean, you are Freddie Peralta, I think we established
No, Woodruff.
You're Brandon Woodruff. Yes.
There you go.
You're Brandon Woodruff. I guess then you wouldn't be playing until maybe the World Series.
But
that's regardless. So do you want it 3 or 5 then?
I think it's 3. You're taking the time to rest. As a competitor, I'm going to tell you what. As a competitor, there's nothing better than absolutely blowing the doors off your opponent. That's the best part about curling is you can beat them so bad that they quit early. They don't even have to play the entire game. And it is way more satisfying than winning on the last shot. Now, though, it feels good to win on the last shot, but it is amazing to absolutely drub your opponent. And that's where I would be as a competitor.
All right. Professional athlete Matt Hamilton, his take, his experience. You want the drubbing, you want the domination. I'm curious what a non-fan, a journalist, Jason Wilde,
Mr. Neutral,
exactly, what his take on this question and maybe other Brewers questions, Packers conversation potentially as well. Jason Wilde coming up next. But first, before we get to Jason, we have to hear Jim Rutledge tell us about Chalmers Jewelers. This is Jim, Matt, and Molly, presented by Coors Light.
Chalmers Jewelers in Madison and in Middleton is Madison's custom jewelry. They are Madison's family-owned jewelry. Whether you go to the Madison or Middleton location, you're going to run into either Garrett, Devin, Ruth, or Scott Chalmers, and you're going to have an opportunity to work with one of their great custom jewelers. So if you're looking for a custom piece of jewelry and you want to make sure it's the best in the area, go to Chalmers Jewelers in Madison and in Middleton.
You're listening to Jim, Matt, and Molly, presented by Coors Light on 100.5 ESPN, the ESPN Wisconsin app, and ESPN Madison on YouTube.
I was really anxious about college and felt overwhelmed at choosing one, but I'm so glad I didn't let that stop me. One tour of Madison College campus was all it took. The campus environment is amazing, so welcoming and friendly, and everyone is really supportive. My advice? See this campus for yourself. There's more to your story at Madison College.
Visit madisoncollege.edu to get started.
At Siding Unlimited, we're really excited for the fall season. Not only are we proud partner of Wisconsin Athletics, we are also fired up for an exciting fall season cheering on football and volleyball. If that's not enough, we're really excited to share with you that Siding Unlimited is Wisconsin's best window and door installation team. Siding Unlimited is a Pella Platinum Premier National Contractor of the Year award winner 5 times. Looking for new windows and doors? Visit us at sidingunlimited.com or stop by our beautiful showroom in Madison.
Chevy trucks have you covered when the road takes you from smooth sailing to Chevy Colorado will eat up some of the toughest terrains with 5 available drive modes. And Silverado and Silverado HD have the muscle to take you out for some serious with multiple engine options and impressive towing. While Silverado EV is the perfect combo of performance and capability. Nice. Making it a snap to hitch up this electric truck and hit the road. Wherever the road leads, Chevy trucks are right there with you. See your Badgerland Chevy dealer today.
Hi, it's Eric from Canopy Wealth Management. Our years of experience have prepared us to guide you through your life transitions. Our local professional team brings over 90 years of collective experience in the wealth management industry for the benefit of our clients. Canopy Wealth Management. Care, competence, clarity. It's not just a tagline, it's a promise. Go to canopy-wealth.com to get started on your financial future today. That's canopy-wealth.com.
From color-changing alexandrite to shimmering zircon and everything in between at Chalmers Jewelers, you'll find high-quality, affordable, one-of-a-kind pieces. We source straight from the gem cutters, and we manufacture in-house from start to finish. As the manufacturer, we believe in truth in pricing. Never pay more for quality and stunning, beautiful jewelry. She's one of a kind, and so should her jewelry be. While others may send your jewelry dreams to someone else to make, with us, your dreams become reality with the help of our custom jewelers, with you involved the whole way. With a staff that has over 200 years of combined experience, why buy from a place that marks up jewelry made by the thousands? When you can buy direct from Chalmers for that one-of-a-kind piece that is better quality, often for less.
Chalmers Jewelers in Middleton
And Madison.
Penalty flags? Not here. Carbless is the clean play that every football fan can agree on. With 0 sugar, 0 carbs, and just 100 calories, you get all the flavor without the penalty. Whether you're tailgating outside the stadium, hosting a crew at home, or watching solo in your lucky jersey, Carbless brings premium cocktails right into the huddle. Made to be refreshingly delicious and game day ready, Carbless keeps fans cheering from kickoff to the final whistle. So this season, skip the sugar, skip the carbs, and make the winning call. Find your bliss with Carbless.
Jason Wilde is brought to you by Colette Vacations. Join Jason next year on a British adventure. Text travel to the ESPN Madison Carbless Talk and Text line for full details.
Jason, quick
You
question.
are one of one.
3-time Wisconsin Sports Writer of the Year.
Thank you for helping me prove my point, Molly. Because
welcome.
my point. Well, is this Matt Hamilton?
Molly said it best. I said fart in the bathtub. She said gross.
Do you have a question for Jason, or how is he supposed to respond to this?
He asked the questions to me. No bad.
By hanging up.
Jason Wilde is on Jim, Matt, and Molly.
What's up with that? What's up with that?
Welcome back to Jim, Matt, and Molly. We are thrilled to be joined by the one and only Jason Wilde. And Jason, this is the second time now in a week and a half I've gotten to talk to you from a hosting chair. This is such a treat for me. I just wanted to throw that out there first.
Yeah, not as big of a treat as it is for me.
Ah.
I am thrilled that we're doing it. Nothing against Jim and Molly. I want to be very clear. I would never disrespect Molly.
Yeah.
I might consider it with Jim. But this is so great. I'm just so proud of you, Riley. Now, Riley and I are very different people.
Yes.
We most definitely do not align politically.
Nope.
You will not see me in any sort of mixed martial arts or jiu-jitsu tournaments. Although I could take the Riley approach and just hope that I get a forfeit in the first round and I get all the way to the semifinals.
It's a good pull.
But I'm just so happy for you, and I'm thrilled to be. Who would have thought, though? Who would have thought that there would be an episode of Jim, Matt, and Molly where the one original member of the program that is actually on it is Matt Hamilton?
That's because I'm a grinder, Jason. It's twice this week that we got to hang out.
I know, and I'm thrilled. What's up with that, indeed?
Me too. And Jason, like, I'm still working when I'm on the road. They play it off like I'm just vacationing to Canada in the winter. Like, who would do that voluntarily? I have to do it. It's my job. So I am a grinder because I work weekends.
You don't
professional.
You don't have to. You're exactly. That's what I was just. Gosh, Riley, it's like we're on the same page.
We're dialed in today, Jason.
Yeah, you are a I am an athlete, as Wally Lukaczynski says on our Beaver Dam station. You are. Look, the point is just that you are often gone from the program.
Yeah.
No one should ever fault you as to why. It's not like you're Jesse just taking days off just to take days off.
Well, Molly likes to say it's vacation.
Look, how much, in all seriousness, I know we got Packers, but it's the bye week. So how much, what is the professional curler lifespan before you have to hang it up and be like the rest of us and just live a normal life with a normal job?
That's a good question.
That's an interesting point because I think we talked about this about 2 years ago. I had mentioned to you that this might be my last go-around for the Olympics. I'm still really enjoying beating up other American teams. So, like, I don't know if I want to hang up the old curling boots quite yet. So, I don't know. For an idea, I'm the youngest guy on my team.
Oh, so you got
at 36 years old. I've got a 38-year-old, a 41-year-old, and a 44-year-old on my team.
Okay, so you're going to win the gold this year.
Mm-hmm. Well, if I win the gold, I might just hang it up because what a great way to end.
Out on top.
It would be. All right, well, then let's say you finish fourth place again.
Oh, my gosh. I'm playing.
All right, so whatever, again, I personally think you're a competitor. You will choose to defend your gold medal. What is the next Winter Olympics? Do we have a location for that after this year's?
Yes.
And you don't know what it is.
Actually, I don't know what the next winter is, but I know 32 is in Salt Lake City and Park City again.
Oh, can you make it?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I will be old by then, like 46, but maybe.
That seems like the Peyton Manning Broncos run of your career. The
right,
tail end.
Oh, great pull.
Yeah.
Yes. That could
They're
be
going to
good.
win in spite of you.
Exactly.
Carried.
So I actually am
savage.
Not entirely sure if there is a 2030 location yet, but 2034 is Salt Lake City.
I did just do a quick Google search. The 2030 Winter Olympics will be held in the French Alps, with some events also in the Nice Côte d'Azur region.
All right.
And the International Olympic Committee elected France as the host in July 2024.
Well, see, we will not be in the Alps, so I will be down in Nice, and that sounds delightful. So maybe I will make another run. Super Nice.
But
that is neat.
Come on, give him the Kawhi. Even better.
Okay, Jason. So I actually want to talk to you today more about the Brewers than the Packers. But one Packers question first. What does a typical bye week look like inside of the building, inside of Lambeau Field? What are you doing as a beat reporter? What's that whole process like? Are they resting? Are they practicing every day still? What's that?
Better be practicing.
What's the drill?
Those old westerns where the tumbleweeds blow down the street? Yeah, that's a bye week in the NFL. Yes.
With all the work that they need on special teams right now, there's tumbleweeds?
I have not been to Lambeau since Tuesday. I will be back there on Monday when they return to practice and we have locker room. But yeah, I do all my Channel 3. I've been recording them all in my basement studio, which I'm sure gives Channel 3 viewers all kinds of uncomfortable feelings with my hoarding and all the bobbleheads and everything. Which you don't see when I'm out in the middle of the Lambeau Field Bowl. But yeah, so first, we have to be clear. This is not how it's always been. During the early chunk of my career, Mike Sherman, Mike Holmgren, Ray Rhodes, and the early part of the Mike McCarthy era, coaches had the ability to dictate what the bye-week schedule was. And so I remember very vividly there was one year where they lost going into the bye, and Mike Sherman kept them for a practice on Wednesday and Thursday. And then they got to leave Thursday, and they had Friday, Saturday, Sunday off, and then they were back to work on Monday. In 2011, when they did the new CBA, the NFL Players Association, which, in my opinion, puts priorities on things that they should not put priorities on. I personally would say lifetime health care through the league, right? Life insurance or health insurance because you get the crap beat out of your body. Better physical, both in terms of equipment and in terms of the rules, ways to protect you and reduce the dangers of your game, health and safety. And then finally, more money. I mean, it's a $15 billion industry, and the players constantly lose in the money category. So, but their priorities were different. Their priorities were shorter off-season program, more time on their own, and bye weeks. They're off. Like their plane arrived at 3:45 a.m. Monday from Dallas. They had a meet. They went home, got a little bit of sleep. They came in for meetings. A little bit of film, I assume. I don't know that for certain, but they definitely met, and then they're off. They're off again. They have to be back here Sunday night. So, like, I've noticed every time I open my social media, Micah Parsons is doing something fun. He was riding horses with Edger and Cooper at Cooper's farm in Texas earlier in the week. Last night, apparently, he was at the Texas State Fair, and he was on the Midway, playing the Pop-A-Shot game that is rigged because the ball is so much bigger than it should be and the hoop is smaller, so it's really hard to make those shots. But he's got a great follow-through. He could clearly shoot the basketball. An athlete. So that's what they've got. They got nothing going on. Now, the one exception would be guys that are dealing with injuries. They have to stay here for rehab and that kind of stuff. So I'm assuming Zach Tom has been stuck here. Aaron Banks has been stuck here. A few other guys, Devontae Wyatt. I'm assuming that's the case for those guys.
Gotcha. Jason, one more Packer question, kind of. The Packers, obviously, in that tie, decided that they were going to let Dallas have the ball first. I watched a football game last night. McVay chose that he wanted to let the 49ers have the ball first, and that didn't work out well for them. It didn't really work out well for the Packers. I have beef with that.
Well, now, wait a minute.
What?
Wait a minute now. What do you mean it didn't work out well for the whole idea is that you know what you need then, right?
Well,
like if your defense gets to stop, then all you got to do is kick a field goal and you win.
Okay.
Like that's why you take the ball second.
But
right?
What if
because you're guaranteed. Look, obviously in the old rules, you were not kicking the ball away because you didn't know if you were ever going to get the ball back if you did that.
Right.
But now remember, this was the rule that was in play for the Super Bowl a couple of years ago, and Shanahan screwed it up. He took the ball first. Like I love you dearly, but if you're going to try to tell me that the right play is to take the ball, I am fascinated to hear your argument.
Take the ball in the time. You've got no pressure on your offense to do anything. Like the goal is always score a touchdown. So the goalpost doesn't change whether you take the ball first or second, but you have all the time that you need. You have 10 minutes. So if you want to chunk on a 7-minute drive, you're giving the other team 3 minutes. And then potentially with that extra time and the fact that you don't need to use your timeouts, you can use those timeouts to give your defense a blow. If there's a look that the offense went out there with and you don't like your personnel matchup, you can take a timeout and swap in the right players. To me, it feels like there are advantages. And it's telling your defense, we trust you to make this stop and stop these guys. Our offense is going to go out, and especially in this Rams game, their offense was on the field for a very long drive down to the 1 in the end of the fourth quarter, fumble. They 3-and-out the 49ers, get the ball back, drive down the field as far as they need to, kick a field goal. We're going to overtime. why wouldn't you want to send their defense back out? They're still huffing wind. Like, I just think there is situations where you might want to just take that ball first and say, defense, we trust you. Watch what our offense is about to do. All you got to do is keep them out of the end zone because we're going to take the ball first and we're going to score.
So I will grant you this, that the one danger of kicking it away is the clock, that if somehow your opponent can keep the ball for all 10 minutes, they win the game, right? If they keep the ball for 10 minutes and kick a field goal, doesn't matter. The clock it's done, so you lost. Now, very rarely are teams able to put together, 10-minute drives. Certainly you would hope your defense is better than that. Like the Packers got the ball back with 4:40.
Mm-hmm. Would have been nice to have 20 extra seconds on that clock.
Well, they could, and they would have had that had they not bungled their clock management in the final minute. But that's plenty of time, right? So I would argue that while I will grant you they could run out the clock, that's highly unlikely. I just think and because I think you're wrong, I think the goalpost undeniably moves if your defense goes out there. And look, your argument that, we trust our defense. Well, what says we trust our defense more than we're going to put them out on the field first? And we think they're going to get us a 3-and-out and get us the ball back, and then all we got to do is kick a field goal to win. So I think strategically it is a no-brainer to kick the ball away in the rules that they currently have. And so I didn't have any problem with that decision whatsoever. And by the way, I give Sean McVay all the credit in the world for choosing to go for the win. I understand his thought process. The Packers, again, the way they handle their clock management, it felt to me like they had to just be happy that there was still that 1 second on the clock to kick the field goal and escape with a tie.
All right.
Agree to disagree?
Yeah. Appreciate your perspective on that, Jace.
We can agree to disagree that you're wrong and I'm right, but you can continue to hold the wrong opinion.
Do we have statistics?
1-1 for people that have chosen to kick the ball in overtime right now. For the games that I'm aware of that went to overtime, 1-1 for those teams.
Yeah, because
it's also the first time that they've had these rules in the regular season. They were only for the playoffs before.
We'll see how that pendulum swings as time goes on.
Yes, Matt Hamilton may be leading the argument on a statistical basis. But Jason, pivoting to Brewers, I believe, and correct me if I'm wrong, you labeled yourself this morning as a nervous Nelly about the Brewers-Cubs series. Is that correct?
Yeah. I mean, that's my default setting for everything, right? Like I worry about the girls. I worry about Paul. When they go on a trip without me, I'm nervous about them. I worry about.
Call me when you get there.
That's exactly right. Like that is just how I am. I'm not proud of it. But yeah, for the Brewers, look, I was telling Wooly this off air. Like I'm not as heavily invested in the Brewers as a lot of other people are. Like being a reporter has changed, and obviously I'm 30 plus years into it since I started as a reporter when I was a sophomore professionally as a sophomore at the University of Wisconsin. So I definitely don't have that fervent oh my God, I hope the Brewers win the World Series like I did when I was 10 years old and Robin Yount was my favorite player. So it is different. But I do have a lot of people that obviously care about the Brewers that I want to see be happy. And certainly for us as a show, it's fun to talk about the Brewers. And we have great experts because Lord knows Tausch and I aren't. And at least one of us would also not be an expert in coaching people up on how to throw a ceremonial first pitch. But
it's a great video put out by the Brewers.
I want them to win. Obviously, I won't be devastated if they don't. And my mentality is that I wanted the Padres to win because I think back to 1996, which was my first year covering the Packers, and Riley was what was that about?
Nah,
5 years before you were born?
5 years before I came into existence.
Okay, there you go.
gosh.
I'm glad I nailed the timing there.
Yep, on the nose.
But the Packers won the Super Bowl. It was my first year covering them. I joined the beat for the State Journal in October with Tom Oates and Kent Youngblood, and I was so lucky to get the opportunity. And I was, I thought, oh my gosh, this is great. I'm going to do this every year. Cover the Packers and go cover the Super Bowl. But what I always remember about that is that before I started covering them, the thorn in the Packers' side was the Cowboys. I just couldn't get past the Cowboys. And you know what? They didn't have to play the Cowboys that year. Cowboys got beat, so the Packers didn't have to play them. And do you think that Antonio Freeman and Leroy Butler and Brett Favre and Dorsey Levens are all sitting around now, 20 years later going, or 30 years later almost, going, gosh, this would mean so much more if we'd have beaten the Cowboys on our way to the Super Bowl title? No, they don't care.
Thank you.
So this idea, we got to go up against, we'll never forget you, Greg, and the rest of the Cubbies. I don't get that. Just get to the Super Bowl, or in the Brewers' case, get to the World Series. I don't care who you have to beat. And so, will it be sweeter, I guess, if they can beat the Cubs? Sure. Mm-hmm. But am I the only one that remembers the fact that the Cubs did win the season series?
No,
by one game.
Jim Rutledge reminded us yesterday.
Yeah,
so
it's a coin flip.
I don't.
It is a coin flip. I would agree, but again, I would. And look, I don't know enough about the San Diego Padres. My knowledge begins and ends with Tony Gwynn, who also had a great career before you existed. But like, I don't know. Maybe they wouldn't have matched up as well. I have no idea. I just know how much it will sting Brewers fans if they once again don't get to the NLCS, and it's because they lost to the Cubs. I just was hoping that we could avoid that for those fans' sake.
Preach, Jason. That's what I was trying to argue.
I agree. I am just of the belief that it would be so much sweeter to send the Cubs packing. I have so many friends who are Cubs fans. Beating the Cubs on the road to the World Series. You still have to make the World Series. That's obviously part of the equation for this season to be a success. But the journey, it would just make the journey that much better. But one more question from me, Jason.
Hold on, real quick. He said agree. He pressed me on this to start the show because he didn't agree, but you buttered him up, Jason, when you told him how nice he was at the beginning of your segment, that now he's like, oh, yeah, I can see that.
No, I can see. I never said I couldn't see your perspective. I just hold the opposite opinion. I think it's going to be better for the Brewers. I think it's better for the Brewers to face the Cubs, personally.
Okay.
That's my take. But one more question from me, Jace, before we let you go. You mentioned this. You're not a fan. We know this. But you brought up the Super Bowl. First year as you're a reporter. You know how much these sports teams mean to the state of Wisconsin. How much?
I definitely do.
How much do you think a Brewers World Series would mean to the state of Wisconsin, to sports fans here?
So obviously, while I'm not a fan, when I was a kid, I was a huge Brewers fan. Like, I was the kid who could every morning. The reason I became a sports writer is because every morning I would read the Milwaukee Sentinel with my Fruit Loops, and then I would read the Milwaukee Journal when I got home before I even did my homework. I mean, that's how much I loved sports, and I loved reading about sports. And I had the Brewers' batting averages and ERAs memorized every day. Like, I would go to St. Paul's Lutheran School in West Dallas, and if you asked me, hey, what's Marshall Edwards hitting right now, I could tell you. Okay?
That rocks.
So I get it. I understand how much Brewers fans care, and that's what it was probably about 238 on average. But he was a decent right fielder. He platooned with Charlie Moore, wore number 16. But my point is that I totally understand what it means. I do. At the same time, I'm not as invested, but having been invested in the 82 team, I know how that feels. And so I know how devastated I was when at the old Busch Stadium and on the final out in the ninth inning of Game 7, Gorman Thomas struck out swinging against Bruce Sutter, and the season was over, and the Brewers did not win the World Series. I will say, in my office downstairs in the basement, I have a erroneous pennant that was printed up that says Milwaukee Brewers 1982 World Series champions.
Ouch.
And it is awesome. I like to just live in the world that I believe that to be. That's where I think I am, is in that era.
Fair.
And we don't like the kids that are running around in our neighborhood right now.
Okay. I did hear some noises back there. But appreciate
Barking
the
dog.
insight. Appreciate you buttering me up to start the segment.
And the extra time.
Exactly.
That we took of yours. So
Exactly.
thank you.
Yes.
Yeah,
thank you.
I wasn't buttering you up. I was just speaking the truth. But that said, great job on the clock management.
I learned
You
from the
fit
best.
Right in around here.
I learned from the best.
Uh-huh.
Thank you.
Thank you, Jason.
All right, guys. Take care. Be good.
All right, that was Jason Wilde. We still have one more segment in the 4 o'clock hour before we can get to the 5. Or are we combining breaks, Ryan?
I think we're just going right to the 5 o'clock hour,
All right,
guys.
to the 5 o'clock hour we go. This is Jim, Matt, and Molly.
This is Martin Sesaker from Norway. You're listening to Jim, Matt, and Holly on 100.5 ESPN Madison.
Rah. Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin present your Badger Minute. Here's Pablo Iglesias.
This Badger Minute brought to you by Starion Bank with 3 Madison area locations in Middleton, Sun Prairie, and Monona. Starion Bank is here investing in your community. Start your experience at starionbank.com. Member FDIC. A long-term impact? Wisconsin QB Billy Edwards questionable against Michigan, continuing to recover that lower leg injury. ESPN analyst and former quarterback Kelly Stauffer questioning the move to start Edwards against Maryland. More during his appearance on the Jump Around.
I was a little disturbed how the quarterback position was handled against Maryland. Billy Edwards Jr. was not ready to play. And I didn't like, as a former quarterback and as a former player, seeing a player in that position. That was desperation to me. And Luke Fickell is better than that.
Get a whole house of new Pella windows for as low as $297 a month with 0% interest for up to 60 months.
Wow. Don't sit on the sidelines, folks. Visit PellaWI.com today.
At J&K Security Solutions, protecting your home or business is more than just a priority. It's what we do. I'm President Jeffrey Beckman. Since 1987, J&K Security Solutions has been committed to providing Madison and southern Wisconsin with dependable security solutions. Whether it's security, fire, or the latest automation solutions, go to jksecurity.com to see how J&K can help keep your home or business secure. Get protected now at jksecurity.com.
Ben Brust here to tell you about Zimbrick European. They're Mercedes, Audi, Porsche, and certified pre-owned. But the best part is I've been working with them since 2018, and the evolution has been a 2-door, a 4-door, and now it's time for an SUV. My life has changed, and it's changed with Zimbrick European. Being a dad has made it really important to have the comfort and the safety that the SUV will bring me. Again, Zimbrick European off the Beltline at Rimrock Road. Of course, I found the sexiest car on the lot. Check them out.
Hi, I'm John Hayes of Goodman's Jewelers. It's hard to imagine, but Goodman's has been the diamond store of Madison since 1933, which means your parents, maybe even your grandparents might have shopped with us. We maintain the same high standards, honesty, and integrity that kept them coming back time and again. Keep their history and our history alive. Shop Goodman's Jewelers today in the heart of Madison at 220 State Street. We're online at goodmansjewelers.com.
The best is at Goodman's.
Life's better with Drive My Way from American Family Insurance, because we know it's more than just a car. It's your escape pod, your adventure mobile, your memory maker. And we help protect the dreams that drive you. Personalize what you pay for auto insurance and you could save between 5 and 20%. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
products not available in every state. Unsafe driving behaviors may increase your rate. Visit amfam.com to learn more. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
It's the best time of the year, and you know what that means for me. It's tailgating season. Hey, it's Alex Stroh. For my friends at Door County Distillery, locally produced, handcrafted, award-winning spirits made locally in beautiful Door County. If you're in Madison tailgating before a game, there's only one thing to do to elevate your experience, and that's bring it with Door County Distillery. Whether that's the cherry brandy for your old-fashioned, the single malt whiskey, or any of the gins, vodkas, and in-betweens, Door County Distillery has you covered. Find the retailer nearest you at doorcountydistillery.com.
Hey, this is Jonathan Blackwell of Wisconsin Badgers basketball. You're listening to 100.5 ESPN WTLX Monona, Madison, a Good Karma Brands radio station.
Broadcasting live from the Everlight Solar Studio, this is your Metro Kia of Madison Sports Center.
Good afternoon, Madison. I'm Ryan Wollersheim, and this is your Sports Center Update brought to you by Ridgetop Exteriors, Wisconsin's premier roofing, siding, and window contractor since 2002. Visit them at ridgetopexteriors.com. Milwaukee Brewers, Chicago Cubs, NLDS Game 1 this weekend, ladies and gentlemen. The Milwaukee Brewers finally back at it for the playoffs as they take on their hated division rivals in the I-94 series. First time the series will ever be played in a postseason matchup. Make sure to tune in right here on 100.5 ESPN to every game and every postseason game for the Milwaukee Brewers as Madison's home of the Milwaukee Brewers. Tune in this Saturday as the game starts at 1:08 p.m. first pitch right here on 100.5 ESPN. Brewers looking to even the series after falling slightly behind 6-7 on the regular season matchup this year. Then at 1:08 p.m. will also be right around the third quarter of Badgers football taking on the Michigan Wolverines. That means the ESPN Wisconsin College Game Day post-game show will not be broadcast on 100.5 ESPN, but you can listen to that game on the ESPN post-game show on the ESPN Wisconsin app and on the ESPN Madison YouTube stream. And then later tonight on the ESPN Madison YouTube stream and 100.5 ESPN, we got Prep Mania High School football coverage, Stoughton at Edgerton.
Metro Kia of Madison, Madison's trusted Kia dealer. Stop into Metro Kia on the east side of Madison or metrokiaofmadison.com.
Everybody's ego takes a shot on this show.
You gotta keep your chill with Jim, Matt, and Molly.
I am savage.
So you're not special.
Jim, if we want to play this game, we can play this game.
And I'm just like, oh my God, this guy's going to swing on Jim. He's a complicated fellow. Oh.
People like me. I don't think so.
This is Jim, Matt, and Molly on 100.5 ESPN, the ESPN Wisconsin app, and ESPN Madison on YouTube.
Fly ball to deep right. It is back. Soto back. Out of here.
Pitch to him. Fly ball deep right. It's going to win the game. Abreu's going back and watching it sail. It's a grand slam.
A drive. Left center. Deep. See you later. Caleb Durbin. Turn out the lights.
And the Durbinator.
And a fly ball left center field. This is well struck. This is gone. Andrew Vaughn.
Ooh.
Marte's being set. Here's the throw from Perkins. It is going to be in time.
Burgers.
And a swing and a miss. He struck him out. Would you like fries with that? 12 in a row for the crew.
They're winners, and they've proven it, and no one thought they could.
97 wins for your Milwaukee Brewers, a new franchise record.
Well, then I guess there's only one thing left to do.
What's that?
Win the whole thing.
Broadcasting live from the Everlight Solar Studio in downtown Madison. Alongside Matt Hamilton, here's Riley Yauk.
This is hour number 2 of Jim, Matt, and Molly.
Very nice.
Matt Hamilton, when the mountains are blue, you know what to do.
And that's Crush, a Coors Light.
Prime time, Ryan Wollersheim behind the glass. Riley Yauk in for Jim Rutledge. Molly Brown out as well. And Matt, there's a problem. One big problem with the Brewers-Cubs game this Saturday. And I'll tell you what that problem is in 1 second, aside from the Brewers just playing the Cubs, apparently. Before we get to that, take another look at our Side Unlimited poll question for today. As a Brewers fan, would you rather beat the Cubs in 3 games or 5 games in the NLDS? And It's not looking too good for my perspective. Through 84 votes, 3 games is dominating 95% to 5%.
Okay.
Only a few others who really want to drag this out and just make it as painful as possible for the Cubs fans. But alas, 844-770-3776, the Carlos Talking text line, your way into the show. Matt, it looks like you want to say something.
Less is more,
of course. So the problem with the Brewers-Cubs game this Saturday, Game 1, the series opener, is that it's on at the same time as our beloved Badgers. What are people gonna watch? It's so hard.
Who's gonna? How do you pick?
Exactly. But Matt,
postseason for a team that wins, or a game that against a ranked opponent?
Come on. It's big noon kickoff. The Badgers in the national spotlight
big
again,
noon
guys.
Kickoff. Oh, big opportunity to bounce back from Alabama and Maryland.
It's a huge game. It's a huge game for the Badgers.
Think about what this could do for the program.
Like I didn't lay it on thick enough.
This could be the
what
bounce
a
back.
big game for the Badgers against a team that's totally a winnable game for sure.
This could be Luke Fickell's magnum opus.
Yeah,
freshman quarterback
to be.
for
head
Michigan.
coach. Exactly.
Come on, a lot of crazy stuff can happen, guys.
You never know. You never know.
It's the quietest 110,000 person stadium in America.
Yep, Barry Alvarez
The
has
big
said
house.
that.
Yeah, come on.
Yeah, so if you couldn't hear the blatant sarcasm from all of us there, Wisconsin taking on number 20 Michigan at 11 a.m. big noon kickoff. Brewers first pitch against the Cubs, NLDS, is 1:08 p.m. Central Time, I believe is the start. And for me, this presents a very unusual quandary. So I am the host with Corey Sparks. I got that word from Ryan. He put it on the Daily Primer.
I was going to say, there's
No, I did not come
There's
up with
no way
quandary
you
on
just use
myself.
quandary in any other circumstance.
No, that was Ryan Wollersheim. Great word choice. I love some good vocab as well.
Thank you.
But I am the co-host, along with Corey Sparks, our great teammate up in Beaver Dam, of Wisconsin College Game Day post-game show. I have thoroughly enjoyed my time on the show. It's been awesome. Love the Badgers. I love getting to showcase my passion. However, for this game, I really don't care about the Badgers game this weekend. Not that much. I want to watch the Brewers. It's playoff baseball. It's the Chicago
And you got to
Cubs,
work for the first
and I
couple
gotta
innings.
Work. Exactly. So, Matt Hamilton, if you were in my shoes right now, how would you approach this situation?
Well, I mean, you kind of have the best situation you could ask for. You are doing the post game from a great local establishment that will definitely have the Brewer game on, in addition to.
True. Silver Eagle out in Monona. I've heard they have great wings, by the way.
I am just a sucker for those boneless wings.
Okay. Oh, that's what I'm ordering.
Yeah.
So the game's going to...
With the tots. Get the tots.
The tots,
Boneless
really?
wings? Really?
Dude, I totally agree with
Chicken
you.
nuggets, you mean?
Boneless wings are the way
90%
to
of the
go.
time.
What?
I am 100% with you. I prefer wings bone in, but for some reason, I don't know what it is. My go-to order is the tots and the boneless wings.
Do they just have like a special fryer at the Silver Eagle or something?
No. I'm sure they're just your standard like chicken nuggets essentially. But they got good breading. I always get half Cajun rub and half sauced with like buffalo sauce, and they're good.
Do you dip them in honey with like a Happy Meal too? Do they give that
boneless,
to you?
Don't disparage.
Hey, Ryan, honestly,
don't disparage boneless wings like that. Ryan.
I normally disparage boneless wings as well.
As you should.
But like there's some places you just like to get a certain thing. And I don't know what it is about those boneless wings at Silver Eagle.
I think there's like
Big fan.
there's a childhood aspect for Matt Hamilton, I'm sensing.
Agreed.
Oh my
I said get the tots, but their Eagle fries are also fantastic. Fresh cut.
I
Eagle
will
fries.
say, no matter what you get, the Silver Eagle in Monona, it is a fantastic establishment.
Greasy spoon for sure. Like
Yes.
they have solid burgers as well. So
Yep, that
you'll
is
have
right up my alley.
You'll have quite the opportunity for pretty good food to watch the end of the Badger game and the beginning of the Brewer game.
Yeah, I'm very excited to go to the Silver Eagle. I've never been, and now hearing about this food, it's almost dinner time for me, so I'm hungry. That sounds fantastic.
I refer to it as the Dirty Bird.
The Dirty Bird. All right, we'll be at the Dirty Bird. Myself and Corey Sparks. this Saturday, Silver Eagle, for the Wisconsin College Game Day post-game show. Come on by. Swing by. We'd love to say hi, call in, text in, whatever. Want to get your thoughts on the post-game show. But will I even be talking Badgers? Will me and Corey be talking Badgers? He's a Cubs fan.
Oh, no.
So do we talk Badger? If it's a blow, let's say Michigan, as expected, they win by the 17.5 point spread right now. If Michigan wins 34-10, am I at liberty to just be like, no, we're not talking Badgers today. We're talking Brewers. We're watching the Brewers game today.
I would say I don't think so.
Okay,
I don't
why
think
not?
you are. Because it is still the Badger postgame.
True.
People who are avid fans are going to want to talk about why it went wrong. Like, you will have stuff. And again, you can pop updates. Like, if you want to say, oh, Brewers just hit a home run. They went up 3-0.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like that's totally fair game. But I definitely think people are going to be tuning in to maybe give their thoughts on the post game, hear what your thoughts are on it. Drubbing or not, they're going to want to know why it went wrong and what you saw as the turning point. So you're going to have to stick with it.
That's fair. Okay, so I think the strategy, though, is to connect it to the Brewers. Like, we had an air check sort of like early pre-show meeting this afternoon, peek behind the curtain with Ashton Rotman, talking about how we can compare the Badgers to the Brewers. So, for example, one of the things we came up with, potential spoilers here, is that how can Pat Murphy create this scrappy underdog team that's the best team in baseball, whereas Luke Fickell has players that are being paid hundreds of thousands of dollars, and he can't field a winning lineup?
It's not behavior conducive to a winning ball club.
Exactly.
Thank you, Barry.
So
that was not Barry Alvarez.
Who was
you
that?
thought that was Barry Alvarez?
That was Pat Murphy.
That was Pat Murphy. You're right.
Preposterous that I've even heard that.
Ryan, that was so perfect with those two drops.
So do you think that's a fair question to ask? If we tie in the Brewers
I think tying
with
it in
the
is
Badgers.
good. Yeah.
Okay.
I think that's good sports talk.
I think you just got to be a man of the people. Whatever people are calling in to talk about, that's what you're talking about. If people want to talk Brewers, then just keep talking Brewers, honestly. I think that's what's going to uplift most Badgers fans, unless you're just like a Badgers fan who's like from Texas who calls into the post-game show.
Scott in Fort Worth. We love Scott in Fort Worth.
If he's a Rangers fan, I'm sorry, sorry, Scott, because your manager just got fired. But, I mean, otherwise, I think most Badgers fans are going to need some sort of pick-me-up. Hearing you be happy about the Brewers will be probably helpful. Now, if it's the inverse and Corey Sparks is happy because the Cubs are laying it on the Brewers, then you guys might just have to go full sad boy depressed hours for like a good 2 hours.
I just go off the airwaves, go silent.
Yeah.
I mean,
go radio silent.
I'm just going to start eating wings. And
there you go.
I'm going to stuff my face until I pass out into a food coma. If that's the case, if the Cubs win and the Michigan wins this Saturday, Michigan's probably going to win.
Michigan's going to win.
I don't know. man.
I did hear a rumor.
Rough
You
Saturday.
had mentioned stuffing your face with wings. I also heard a rumor that $3 Coors Lights during the postgame.
There will be Coors Lights drank after the postgame show for me, but for any of our fans swinging by
and
$3
teammates,
Coors Light you're going to be there, Matt. Ryan, are you going to be there?
I mean, I live about 3 minutes from the Dirty Bird. I'm probably going to have to swing over. Now,
let's go.
I think I talked about this before our show, too, in our pre-show meeting. Like, I plan to probably watch the first half of the Badgers game at home because the Brewers won't be on yet, so I won't want to be around other people for the first half because I just want to be sad alone in my apartment watching the Badgers play football. But I think once I get out and once I get to the post-game show, once I see you guys there, once the Brewers start playing, it's going to help lift me up. Now, if Craig Counsell and the Cubs start putting it on the Brewers, I might go home in the fifth inning. We'll have to see. Yeah, I mean, we're going to be playing it by ear a lot, guys.
All right.
I can't. It's going to be a really bad Saturday if the Brewers lose too, because I think there's no way that the Badgers even hold it close against Michigan.
If they beat the spread, would you be happy?
No, because
like
beating
we
the
lost
spread,
by 10, how would you feel?
Depends on how many points they put up.
Yeah.
They put up
20 to 30.
17?
20 to 30.
17, he says.
They put up 17 points.
Are we excited about 17 points?
Yes, we are excited about 17 points.
What if one of those is like a muffed punt and they just pick it up?
I don't care. I just want to see some competence from this Badgers team. 844-770-3776, the Cardless Talking text line. Please keep throwing suggestions how I can talk about the Brewers and the Badgers at the Silver Eagle this Saturday. Or for you guys.
Yeah, this is what I want to know.
Yeah, how are you guys watching the game?
Yeah, call in with your how you plan on dealing with this difficult situation of choosing between Badgers and Brewers. What plans do you have to watch these games? I'm doing Silver Eagle. I got an early tea time because I should be done before 11, but if it goes a little longer and I miss the kickoff of the Badger game.
Yeah, I don't.
Oh, poor
no.
you.
I know.
But
I don't think you'll be missing too
that's
much.
my plan for the game. Is I'm gonna hit up the Dirty Bird. I'm gonna get some of them $3 Coors Lights, and who knows? The world is my oyster at that point.
I'm usually a person where during like a postseason game for any of my teams, I'm not going out in public to watch those games. I'm staying secluded.
That's crazy to me.
Well, I'm not okay.
And I want to know, I want other people to chime in why, because I love being around people that are like-minded, to either commiserate together or celebrate together. There's a feeling of community when you're out and about feeling the same feelings as other fans of your sports team.
Okay. But
I appreciate it.
See, I understand that. And I am like that in some situations, but for the most part, I want it to be a tighter group of friends that I'm watching with that I know their takes on the game aren't going to frustrate me. How do you feel? Because I've been both. I've been in both situations before where some people are saying the most outlandish things ever about a game, and it's like, please just stop talking. And I know I have been that guy too at times. So how do you feel about that aspect of it?
I mean, it is what it is. Like, if you're opting to be in public like that, you got to understand there's going to be some Cub fans there too. But again, at the same time, that's what makes rivalries and sports and everything about it just better. That's why people go to the game, especially this Cubs-Brewers series. You know there's going to be Cubs fans there.
Yeah, that's going to be
part of the fun.
Yeah,
is if you win that game, you don't get to I wouldn't say berate them, but you get to walk out of the stadium in front of them with your jersey on, knowing that they have to take that long drive down I-90 back home to AmFam South and wait for the next game. So I'm for it. I like watching these games in public more than in a small, tight-knit group, I think.
Okay. So what you're saying is that's exactly why it'd be better if the Brewers won in 5 games, because then you get to see that more often.
Don't you twist my words. I'd rather watch 3 games in the bar and watch all 3 games just blow them out, blow the doors off those Cubs.
Go boo in a bar.
I would love to see some of the Cubs fans walk out in the 5th inning. I want to see them what Ryan said he would do if we were getting beat. That's what I want to see a Cub fan do. Give up, shake early, just like in curling.
All right. Fair enough. We talked Badgers, Michigan, or Wisconsin, Michigan. Wolverines, Badgers will be on at the Silver Eagle this Saturday. Wisconsin College Game Day postgame show. We have Don't Quote Me about this game coming up next. Stay tuned. Jim, Matt, and Molly continues next.
Hey, it's Molly Brown, and you guys know that I've been loving my results from Carbon World Health. As I've gotten a couple hydrofacials done, my skin is absolutely glowing. Their brand new state-of-the-art location in the Prairie Lake Shopping Center is phenomenal. They have literally everything you can imagine at their med spa. Laser treatments, injectables, body contouring, vitamin drips, and so much more. Head over to carbonworldhealth.com to learn more and get started on your health and wellness journey today.
You're listening to Jim, Matt, and Molly.
What is going on with the hair right now? Oh my God.
What's wrong with it?
Flock of Seagulls type haircut here. Ryan.
He looks fully like Johnny Bravo, if you guys know that cartoon.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh,
do you think you're as jacked as him?
No.
Oh.
No, Johnny Bravo is all upper body. He skipped leg day, though, and I don't do that.
Presented by Coors Light on 100.5 ESPN, the ESPN Wisconsin app, and ESPN Madison on YouTube.
Time out on the field. Let's bring in Gina Della from Pella. What's the winning game plan this month?
Wayne, a whole house of new windows for as low as $297 a month with 0% interest for up to 60 months.
Wow, that's a drive you can sustain for years. No penalties, no extra interest.
And unlike opponents, Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin actually stops the drafts.
Don't sit on the sidelines, folks. Make your move today at PellaWI.com.
Certain restrictions apply. It's 10/31/2025.
Imagine the peace of mind knowing your home or business is safe 24/7. I'm Jeffrey Beckman, president of J&K Security Solutions, and we provide security you can trust. Serving Madison and southern Wisconsin, J&K Security Solutions offers state-of-the-art home and business security systems tailored to your needs. From video surveillance to home and business automation, to find out how J&K Security can help secure what matters most in your life, visit jksecurity.com.
Condon Jewelers, the jeweler on the east side, the jeweler on your side. When you see Diamond Jim, you can count on him to be on your side. Selection beyond compare with on-site repair, so you can wear your jewelry with pride. Condon Jewelers, the jeweler on the east side, the jeweler on your side.
Coors Light presents To Chill or Not to Chill. When your friend skips your favorite song on the playlist. End the friendship. Or choose chill because that song lives rent-free in your head anyway. And you planned ahead by bringing Coors Light to the party. And the sound of that ice-cold can cracking open was music to your ears already. Coors Light. Choose chill. Celebrate responsibly. 2024 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado.
Chevy trucks have you covered when the road takes you from smooth sailing to Chevy Colorado will eat up some of the toughest terrains with 5 available drive modes. And Silverado and Silverado HD have the muscle to take you out for some serious with multiple engine options and impressive towing. While Silverado EV is the perfect combo of performance and capability. Nice. Making it a snap to hitch up this electric truck and hit the road. Wherever the road leads, Chevy trucks are right there with you. See your Badgerland Chevy dealer today.
Life's better with American Family Insurance because we know you love working weekends. If it means working on your dream home, both inside and out. And we're here to help protect those dreams so you can enjoy peace of mind. Save up to 40% when you bundle home and auto. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products not available in every state. Some exclusions apply. American Family Mutual Insurance Company SI and its operating company 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
UW Credit Union presents the Prep Mania Student Athlete of the Week, supporting local student athletes as they grow on the field, in the classroom, and in the community. UW Credit Union is here for every you. Learn more at uwcu.org. Here's Dennis Semrau with the UW Credit Union Student Athlete of the Week.
Our ESPN Madison UW Credit Union Student Athlete of the Week, Sari Marks.
Hello.
Welcome from Sun Prairie West. When did you fall in love with volleyball?
I started trying it out in like 5th grade, and then about 6th grade I discovered club, and since then I've just kept on going up with it, kept trying to get better, and then with high school starting, it's been a whole new level and it's been really fun.
When you look at academics and athletics here, what makes Sun Prairie West special to you?
I'd say my classmates make it really special too, but also the teachers. I've had some really special ones throughout the years. Even my freshman year I took a class, AP Human Geography with Miss Dahlgren, and she still reaches out. She asks us to do like mentoring stuff for the undergrades, and it's been fun to like stay involved in classes that I've took even 3 years ago.
It's a bird bash at Potawatomi. Thursdays, you could win up to $50,000 cash in the Bird Bash Game Show. Just play with your rewards card this October for a chance to win. Wouldn't you like to rake in a huge pile of cash? Bird Bash, only at Potawatomi Casino Hotel, Milwaukee. More info at potawatomi.com/birdbash. Must be 21 years old to play.
This is Martin Selsaker from Norway. You're listening to Jim, Matt, and Holly on 100.5 ESPN Madison.
When I jumped off, I had a bucket full of thoughts. When I first jumped off, I held that bucket in my hand.
Wisconsin taking on Michigan this weekend. Big noon kickoff. Gus Johnson, Joel Klatt will be on the call. Olympic gold medalist Matt Hamilton, Riley Yauk here with you. This is Jim, Matt, and Molly. Without further ado, it's time to play Don't Quote Me.
We're not saying it's gonna happen.
Let it ride!
But if it does, then we want credit.
Say that again, because that is an amazing take.
I told you all.
If not, well...
Don't quote me, boy, because I ain't said...
Yes, guys, as Riley Yauk was saying, we're going to make our Don't Quote Me predictions for this weekend. Now, typically we do this for every Packers game, Packers are on bye this week, so we know they're winning. There's really nothing we can predict about it other than hopefully nobody gets injured. Anyways, don't need any Devin Williams situations for the Green Bay Packers, Milwaukee Brewers. Damn Yankee. Anyways, so we're going to make predictions instead for the other two big games on Saturday that we were just talking about. That would be Wisconsin playing at Michigan, big noon kickoff, 11 a.m. Or you could also make your predictions about the Brewers taking on the Cubs in Game 1 of the NLDS. Or you could make it a twofer. Have a prediction for both games, guys.
Okay.
So I'll start with you, Riley. You're the one at the center of both of these games, hosting Wisconsin's College Game Day post-game show, while also trying to hold it down as a Brewers fan. What are going to be your don't quote me predictions or prediction for this weekend?
So I'm going to go with a twofer here. And I don't have any of this written down. This is just off the cuff. My official score prediction, spoiler, starting with Wisconsin-Michigan, is Michigan 24, Wisconsin 10. I think that's almost a don't quote me, a bold enough prediction for don't quote me in of itself. 14, the spread is 17.5 last I checked in favor of Michigan. And I think the Badgers are going to do enough to keep them within 14 points.
The entire game?
The entire game. I think Michigan will be in control, but the Badgers, they're going to give us just enough hope. They're going to play just well enough where they're on the cusp the entire game. They don't win. Michigan never feels too threatened, but they're right there. And let's throw out a concrete stat. Wisconsin, best rushing defense in the country. They will remain the best rushing defense in the country. They will hold Michigan to under 100 yards rushing. Bryce Underwood gets his points through there.
Wow. Okay. And then
for the Milwaukee Brewers taking on the Chicago Cubs. While I would love to see this series go to 5 games and get to just rip out the hearts of Craig Counsell and all my friends that are Cubs fans, it'd be great. I think the Brewers dominate Game 1. Cubs bullpen is taxed to death right now. They're probably going to have to start Colin Ray, a former Brewer who is their 4th starter. They're dealing with injuries. I think the Brewers are going to pounce even off the break. Brewers win by 6+ runs.
Love that.
That is my don't quote me prediction. Brewers minus 5.5, I guess.
Jeez. Okay, I will say
domination.
Of don't quote me predictions this year, that 3-legged parlay that Riley just threw down is a pretty big one. You got a lot riding on Saturday between 11 to 4 p.m.
And will any of this happen? Probably not.
Probably.
And that's why it's don't quote me.
Exactly.
Because we don't think it's going to happen, but if it does, we get credit.
If it does, I called it.
Matt, yes. So, Matt Hamilton, what are you calling for this weekend's games? First of all, you can do Badgers and Brewers, or just picking one?
I'll double up.
Okay.
I got the whole Freddie stat line for my Brewers, but I will start with the Badgers, and I'm going to say they figured something out. They are not going to turn the ball over. They will get beat. There will be 3 and outs, and I think it's going to be ugly, but they're not going to turn the ball over on a fumble or an interception.
That's big. That's
pretty good.
So satisfying to see, even if they lose by as bad as you think they're going to lose.
Yeah, because my little sneak peek, because we post it tomorrow. I said, what was it, 17?
No, you had them 13.
13 to 42 is my score prediction, but none of those are going to be scooping scores or pick sixes. It is going to be maybe a punt return, but that's not a turnover.
That'd be a nice positive, though.
No turnovers for the Badgers. They're going to figure something out. And then I've got massive confidence in Freddie Peralta going into this game. So I got his stat line right here. You can write this in pen like I did because it's going to happen.
Sharpie it.
Freddie Peralta, 6 innings, 6 Ks, 4 hits, 1 earned run.
Wow.
And that's going to be the only run for the Cubs on Saturday.
And that's
I don't know what the Brewers are going to have,
that.
but the Cubs will. I would take if you gave me a over/under at 1.5. I'm taking the under for Cubs points or Cubs runs.
All right, Matt Hamilton, a confident guy. Well, we are missing 2 of the other hosts today, but they did chime in with their don't quote me predictions as well. So, Jim Rutledge, why don't you go ahead and take it away with your don't quote me predictions?
For my don't quote me, I guess I don't like to do negative ones, but I can't talk about the Wisconsin Badgers and have any sort of thought that I could say the Badgers could even cover against Michigan. I don't even know if this is bold enough, but I don't think the Badgers score an offensive touchdown against Michigan. I think it's going to be a slow bludgeoning by Michigan. So I do think the Badgers will lose. They will not cover, and they will not score a touchdown, offensively at least. As for the Brewers versus Cubs over the weekend, I don't think it's bold enough to say the Cubs split. So, man, do I go with it? You know what? Whatever. The Cubs sweep the Brewers at AmFam Field this weekend. Don't quote me.
Whoa! Yeah,
he does know
I ain't quoting him on that. That's for sure.
He does know that Game 2's on Monday, right? Like, he'll be back before that game happens.
He does not.
It's a long weekend. It's a long camping trip for Jim Rutledge.
Good for him. He's earned it. He deserves it. Do you guys think that if the Brewers lose the first 2 games, like, is there any chance they come back?
No.
There's a chance, but I'm feeling horrible heading down to Wrigley. That's for darn sure.
Yeah.
More than likely, no.
I'd be sick to my stomach.
If they split, I'll be a little worried, especially the nature of the split, too. Honestly, Jim, off air, we had a long conversation about the Brewers-Cubs today, and he was saying Game 1 is important. The Cubs have to get Game 1, which I agree to an extent, but I'd honestly feel better, probably as a Brewers fan, if the Cubs get Game 1 and then the Brewers come back and get Game 2. Then you have momentum heading down to Wrigley. You're feeling good. It's like, okay, we were just a little cold.
If there had to be a split, that would be the order you would want.
If it had to be a split, give me Game 2. Heading down to Wrigley.
All right.
Okay. And Game 2, pitcher is going to be. Have they announced it yet? Do you know, Riley?
They have not, but it's almost certainly going to be Quinn Priester.
Yeah, you gotta ride him.
Yep.
Gosh, it really stinks that Woodruff. He's not going to pitch this series. If he was pitching
he's a
this
horse
series,
you'd love to have.
If he was pitching this series, and he's probably not going to pitch in the NLCS, I believe that.
Yes,
Pat Murphy said earlier
Adam
today.
McCalvey, via Pat Murphy.
Yeah. So. If he was still playing in the playoffs, I would feel so much more confident about this Brewers. Their rotation is so strong when he's healthy, but I don't know. Quintana's coming back from injury. Mizorowski is just a wild horse. Mm-hmm. Who knows what's happening if he's going to go out there? Yeah. Anyways, well, hopefully Molly Brown can make us a little more optimistic. Molly, what is your don't quote me predictions?
All right, we are en route to Iowa City. Go Hawks. My don't quote me for this weekend's Badger game as the Badgers take on the Michigan Wolverines. Badgers are going to lose big, 34-6, and the only points that the Badgers score is from a strip sack with a missed extra point. How about that?
That's so bold.
That is bold. That's bold.
So
very specific. Hyper specific.
I like that.
And let's not let her get away with the Go Hawks at the beginning. How are you wearing a Wisconsin volleyball shirt as the proud home of Wisconsin Badgers volleyball? Ryan, you're wearing a Wisconsin Badgers hat, the Motion W, bleed cardinal and white.
Oh, yeah.
How's she just getting away with Go Hawks? What are we doing here?
She did she attend Iowa, or is her family just from Iowa?
I think it's families from Iowa.
Yeah, she went to Arizona, the University of Arizona, called Wildcats for a couple years.
See, that's more respectable.
Yeah,
I have
think
family from Iowa
she's got
too.
family there. She's always kind of had a soft spot for Iowa, which is dumb.
When I was growing up as a kid, I was
honestly Molly's a great person, but that is her huge that's a personal flaw.
Big time.
Yeah.
Massive.
Try and work
red
on that,
flag.
Molly. If you're listening, work on that.
Up until about the age of 13, I was a Cubs and a Cardinals fan.
Also
a
massive.
And a Cardinals fan?
Yeah.
As you're wearing your yellow
and I was also rooting
jersey.
I was rooting for the Brewers at the same time. Yeah, my mom is a Cubs fan, Dad's a Cardinals fan, and I'm in the state of Wisconsin, so I like the Brewers.
Wow, so you just didn't want to pick one.
Yeah, well, a little bit. It was weird going to games. I'd have one team's hat on, another team's jersey on, and then another team's T-shirt on.
Which did you feel was showing more allegiance?
What do you mean?
If you wear a hat and a
of
shirt.
the three.
Yeah, well, no. Let's just say hat or jersey. Like if you got a Cardinals hat on and a Cubs jersey on, to me, the Cardinals are secondary as the hat.
Yeah, pretty much. I'd agree. But the jersey is number one.
But then did you go Cardinals hat, Cubs jersey, and then Cardinals T-shirt on the underside?
I don't remember. That's a little too specific.
Well, either way, it's crazy that you literally cheered for rivals, and it does get me into something I at some point want to talk about, maybe in the last segment, about the rivalry that Brewers fans feel towards Cubs, but isn't always reciprocated.
Okay, first, before we get on, we got to do our cover 5 predictions for the week, guys, because the Packers don't play, but we still got to talk about the NFL.
Oh, I got a lock.
So first, since Jim and Molly both aren't here, they did text me their cover 5 locks, and I'll get them out before, so then that way you guys can't take them.
Oh, no.
Molly is waking up early on Sunday, apparently, early enough for the Vikings-Browns game. She's got the Vikings covering -3.5 against the Dylan Gabriel-led Cleveland Browns in London. Or no, is that game in London? Yeah, it is in London.
Yep.
It is
because the Vikings back-to-back weeks in Europe.
Yep.
Makes no sense.
By the way, that would be a sick trip, like a sick vacation.
Yeah, they
as
got
like
to
a
go
Vikings
to
fan.
Ireland first, and now they're playing in is it Tottenham?
Yeah, I
Field?
think Tottenham Hotspur Stadium.
Okay.
Yeah. But that'd be like, as a Vikings fan, you go over, watch them play in Dublin, then go watch them play in London.
If you
stay
have
for like 2 weeks to kill,
in Europe, yeah.
That'd be awesome.
Not
Anyways.
everyone's a curler that can spend 2 weeks in Europe.
No, we can't all live a
earlier this summer.
can't all live a charmed life. Anyways, Jim Rutledge then taking the Eagles -3.5 against the Broncos in what is probably the best game of the weekend, I would say, right, guys?
Eagles Broncos, yeah, that'll be a fun matchup.
There's,
See if Bo
there's
Nix
another
is
one
legit.
that I'm very tuned into, but
What do you got?
I mean, this isn't my pick, but I'm very intrigued by the Tampa Bay Seattle game.
That's a good one too. Yeah, that's true.
I just think they're two
afternoon
teams
window.
that are just scrappy. Both quarterbacks are like comeback stories of.
It's crazy seeing the old photos of them as backup quarterbacks on the Panthers together.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
Different lifetime. Matt, I'll let you go first, although I'm nervous you're going to take mine.
I'm definitely going to take it because there is one giant lock of the week, and that's taking Dallas. They giving 2.5 points to the New York Football Jets at MetLife Stadium. Dallas's offense is good enough to score more points, and the Jets looked anemic against the Miami Dolphins the other night.
They did, and I'm so glad you said
and
that.
they're now without Braylon Allen for a
Yes.
very long time. I saw like 8 to 14 weeks or something.
The Jets franchise is just cursed, I think.
Yeah.
That's standard. But I'm glad you mentioned the New York Jets because I think the New York Giants are a lock. The New Orleans Saints are favored by 1.5 over the Giants. I think Jackson Dart, Cam Scattaboo, they are going to eviscerate the Saints, and at the very least, will win by a field goal. I don't think this will be close. Giants all day, mega lock, Sharpie it, put it in a safe, and ship it to New Zealand.
Let's not forget about that giant sleeper at wide receiver, Wandale Robinson.
Yeah.
Having a heck of a year.
Wait, excuse me?
What's his name?
It's Wandale. No Dale.
I like Dale better. I'm going to call him Wandale.
Did you think that like the rapper Wale just had Andale in the middle of his name, and then that's how you came up with that?
I like Wandale better.
I mean, I guess there's nothing wrong with Wandale.
Wandale Robinson is sneaky, really good this year.
Okay.
So I like that pick too. That was actually where my head was at because I like to pick the underdogs in this Cover 5 game. But this week I couldn't find that many.
Okay. All right, well, guys, I'm going to ride with the big dogs of the weekend because the next matchup for the Green Bay Packers after their bye week is the Cincinnati Bengals, and they'll be hosting the Detroit Lions this weekend. Lions -10.5 favorites. I think the Lions are going to kill the Bengals. It's a battle of the big cats, and one of them doesn't have teeth anymore. No Joe Burrow, so I think that's going to be a rout city all day.
I like all the picks today. I think all of these picks are valid locks.
Are we going 5-0?
Throw a parlay on this.
Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, head down to Hard Rock Casino Rockford. Ho Chunk Gaming Madison if they had a sports book. But
Potawatomi on this show is usually what we bring up.
Potto picks. I apologize. Unfamiliar as...
Well, Jim has
You
Ho Chunk
guys,
and
yeah.
Molly's got Pato.
Exactly.
So you can go to Pato for
I'm
these picks.
unaffiliated, but this show, Pato, Ho Chunk Gaming Madison, the place you want to go. But Matt, you mentioned you want to have some rivalry talk. If we want to get to that, we got to get to pole dancing, which is next.
You're listening to Jim, Matt, and Molly.
Brandon in Tulsa, my calloused heels ended their silk chic era after one night.
Oh, God, that just,
You all right over there?
I hate the feeling of, like, when your feet or something on your body is, like, dry and it, like, scrapes against the sheets. Oh, God, that just,
I'm with you on that.
Presented by Coors Light on 100.5 ESPN, the ESPN Wisconsin app, and ESPN Madison on YouTube.
Hey, Matt Hamilton here to tell you about the delicious Odyssey Brands, a family-owned company crafting award-winning cheese right here in Wisconsin for over 4 generations. Made with locally sourced milk, Odyssey brings bold, Greek-style flavors straight to your table. From savory, crumbly feta to rich and creamy Greek yogurt, every bite is a taste of tradition and quality. You can find Odyssey products at most major retailers nationwide and online. Odyssey, crafted in Wisconsin, loved everywhere, dairy done right.
ESPN Madison and Zimbrick Honda are celebrating the area's best local sports stories with the Game Changers of the Month. Follow ESPN Madison on social media to see the teams recognized for making a positive impact in the community. It's the Game Changers of the Month, presented by Zimbrick Honda.
Your family's safety is your responsibility, and it starts with a solid roof. When the next storm rips through and takes some of your shingles with it, call Badgerland Exteriors. Or looking to replace your whole roof but don't want to break the bank? Let the team at Badgerland Exteriors give you a free, no obligations estimate.
AJ with Badgerland Exteriors here. Contracting made easy is more than a tagline. It's how we run our family business. Visit badgerlandexteriors.com to get started on your next project. That's badgerlandexteriors.com.
Every team needs captains and playmakers, and Madison and Dane County Pizza Hut locations are looking for both. They're hiring managers to lead the crew and drivers to deliver big wins and pizzas. Find part-time or full-time roles with flexible hours, plus full benefits for those who work 30 or more hours per week. Whether it's running the huddle or making plays on the road, there's a spot at Pizza Hut for you. Apply today at jobs.pizzahut.com. That's jobs.pizzahut.com. Pizza Hut. No one out-pizzas the Hut.
Hurt by a truck? Call Gruberg offices. One call, that's all.
On the air, on demand, on social, on Wisconsin Sports. Serving Wisconsin sports fans. This is 100.5 ESPN.
Want to join the fastest growing home solar company in the nation and work in the fastest growing industry in the world? Everlight Solar has open positions in the Madison area and in their newly open Milwaukee location. As Wisconsin's largest home solar company, Everlight Solar offers great opportunities to gain new skills and advance your career. Don't miss the chance to join the Everlight Solar team. Visit everlightsolar.com to apply today. Save money, save the planet, and start with Everlight Solar.
I wasn't sure if college was right for me. I worried that it would be too stressful or rigid, but I'm so glad I didn't let that stop me. At Madison College, the atmosphere is relaxed, and the instructors are friendly and collaborative. It's such a cohesive environment. My advice to others, take a deep breath and go for it. There's more to your story at Madison College.
Visit madisoncollege.edu to get started.
Step into nostalgia with the Miller High Life Dive Bars of the Month. Listen to Jim, Matt, and Molly every Thursday to find out where you can enjoy the best High Life specials in Madison. Plus, to celebrate our love for dive bars, we'll be giving away a case of Miller High Life to one lucky fan every Thursday. Live the high life with Jim, Matt, and Molly and enjoy the champagne of beer in its natural environment. Like the Village Green, Cahoots Bar, Whatever Bar, and Dot's Tavern.
Bring your family out to the next Forward Madison FC game. Their family special, sponsored by Madison Gas and Electric, is the perfect budget-friendly option for any families to enjoy professional soccer in Madison. For just $21, get your game ticket, plus a meal and scarf. Get your family together and come cheer on the Mingos as they make their playoff push. Head to forwardmadisonfc.com to learn more and get your tickets today. That's forwardmadisonfc.com.
Played like a pro but felt like an amateur? Twisted your ankle or jammed a finger under the Friday night lights? At Orthopedic and Spine Centers of Wisconsin, their Saturday Sports Injury Clinic has you covered. Skip the emergency room circus, dodge the waiting room sitcom, and get expert care from the pros who actually know sports injuries. Saturdays, 9 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. Walk into their location off the Beltline and get back in the game. Orthopedic and Spine Centers of Wisconsin, your comeback starts here.
This is Martin Selsaker from Norway. You're listening to Jim, Matt, and Holly on 100.5 ESPN Madison.
Jim, Matt, and Molly rolls on
a Phish Friday.
Darn right, Matt Hamilton. Thank you for that. Matt Hamilton, Riley Yauk here in for Jim Rutledge. Molly Brown out on assignment. And now I'm really excited for this. I've done this recorded. I've done it live with all three of you in studio, but never from this chair. It's time to go pole dancing.
We asked and you answered.
What?
Coming to the stage, it's pole dancing on Jim, Matt, and Molly.
Hey now.
Presented by Metro Kia of Madison, Madison's trusted Kia dealership.
Yeah, young Riley, like you say, you usually do these recorded, baby, but come on, take it away. The shining's on you.
Alrighty, guys, it's time for everyone's favorite segment of the week. It's time to go pole dancing. No room for error today. Usually I could re-record it, mix some stuff up. Not today. We're getting right into it. We got one poll question for you today, and it is from Jen, Gabe, and Chewy. Has Matt LaFleur earned a contract extension at the end of the season? Yes, 23.1%, or no, at 76.9%, 294 votes. What say you guys?
I can't say by the end of the season, like right now, currently in the season, I would say no. He has the ability to work into that contract extension, but at this moment right now, no, he has not earned a contract extension.
Ryan Wollersheim behind the glass, what do you say?
What did you say the results were at this point?
Yes, 23%, and no at 76.9%.
I think it's too hard to say that he hasn't at this point. I think he's shown it over the last 6 years that he is an above-average quality head coach. I think we get too caught up in just being sick with being just good enough.
I get caught up in the fact that he had the golden ticket in Aaron Rodgers and wasn't able to get it done.
And he's gotten to the playoffs the last 2 years without him, too. He's still a good head coach.
Yeah, and hasn't gotten it done. I'm not saying you've got to win the Super Bowl to do it, but show me you can get past, get to the championship game and give yourself a shot.
I'll say this. If Kyle Shanahan somehow got fired by the 49ers this season, which won't happen at this point because they're still winning games with Mac freaking Jones somehow. If he got fired at the end of the season, I would consider wanting the Packers to hire him and get rid of LaFleur. Otherwise, I'm sticking with LaFleur. He's our guy. Let's not try to be upset and try to look at the sexier thing out on the market. We're happy with what we have, guys. Be happy.
Yeah, that's my thing. I mean, I don't really know who else would be out there for the Green Bay Packers to poach if Matt LaFleur does not get said contract extension and is fired. That's it for pole dancing today. We wrap up the show next. It's Jim, Matt, Molly.
You're listening to Jim, Matt, and Molly, presented by Coors Light on 100.5 ESPN, the ESPN Wisconsin app, and ESPN Madison on YouTube.
Liberty Station American Tavern and Smokehouse isn't just a barbecue restaurant. Open daily for lunch and dinner, Liberty Station serves American comfort food with regional touches using many locally sourced ingredients. The bar at Liberty Station offers vintage cocktails created in a classic style, local craft beers, plus a wide array of wine options. And be sure to check out their sprawling patio with an indoor and outdoor porch area. Liberty Station, conveniently located just off the Beltline on Rimrock Road.
Ben Brust here to tell you about why your next work van should be from Mercedes-Benz Sprinter at Zimbrick European. First off, we have versatility. The Sprinter vans offer 16 body types and thousands of ways to customize that space. Number 2, we have reliability. Sprinter's most powerful diesel engines last longer and require less maintenance, spend more time on the road and less time in those bays. Number 3, we have safety. Sprinter's safety technologies include curtain airbags all around, load adaptive electronic stability program, and crosswind and attention assist. Number 4, Van Care Mobile. Our maintenance team can come to you with routine service. Who wants to go in? Let them come to you. They work with multiple trucks on one visit. Use the Mercedes Meet Connect. And last but not least, get your Zimbrick Sprinter at Zimbrick European at Rimrock Road and the Beltline, or go online at ZimbrickEuropean.com because your next Mercedes Sprinter van is waiting for you.
Your seat at the table just got better. Step into the High Limit Room at Hard Rock Casino Rockford. This is true high limit play. Premium table games tailored for discerning players. Better odds, faster play, and authentic action that sets Hard Rock Casino Rockford apart. Your next hand could be your best yet. Find your edge, play your rhythm, and raise the stakes in the High Limit Room at Hard Rock Casino Rockford. Let's hard rock. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER or text ILGAMB to 833-234.
All day, every day, the Carbless Talk and Text line is open for you. 844-770-3776. The Carbless Talk and Text line. This is more.
When it comes to your health, do you want to buy something online or do you want to meet with someone local? A local doctor with a family-owned business that cares about you. That's right, you want to meet with Nestor Rodriguez and Ashley Rodriguez at Carbon World Health. You have questions about cryotherapy, red light therapy, hormone replacement treatments, GLP-1s, or you just want to have a great workout. Carbon World Health is there for you. They have a new location in Sun Prairie and they have their original location in Madison. So when it comes to your health, there's nowhere better to go than Carbon World Health in Madison and now in Sun Prairie.
Big Ten football returns to Madison this fall. The Wisconsin Badgers battle Iowa, Ohio State, Washington, and others to defend Camp Randall this season. From the grind of every snap to the roar of jump around, Badgers leave it all on the field. Be a part of all the tradition Wisconsin football has to offer. Single game tickets are available now at uwbadgers.com or by calling 1-800-GO-BADGERS. Together, we're Wisconsin like that.
Matt LePay for Steinhoffels. Steinhoffels is a proud partner of Wisconsin Athletics. Since 1934, Steinhoffels has been Wisconsin's furniture and mattress destination for quality, selection, and service. For over 90 years, Steinhoffels has helped Wisconsinites create the homes of their dreams and is 100% employee-owned. Steinhoffels has the largest selection of all the latest styles and all the best mattress brands. You'll find something for every style and every budget. Shop in-store or online at steinhoffels.com. Relax, it's Steinhoffels.
We ask and you answer. Tune in to Jim, Matt, and Molly every weekday 4 to 6 and follow at Jim, Matt, Molly on X to vote in daily poll questions presented by Siding Unlimited, your local window installation pros.
Join the Madison Money Guy, Christian Finfrock, for Retirement Income Strategies, Saturday and Sunday mornings at 7. Get the information you need as you plan for retirement. That's Retirement Income Strategies, Saturday and Sunday mornings at 7. Investment advisory services offer the Retirement Income Strategies, an SEC-registered investment advisor.
This is Martin Selsaker from Norway. You're listening to Jim, Matt, and Holly on 100.5 SPN Madison.
They dance above me as I sing. I see them through a crystal haze and hear their sweet sound bouncing round the never-ending coral maze.
We conclude this Phish Friday on Jim, Matt, and Molly. Matt Hamilton here, Riley Yauk filling in for Jim Rutledge. The whole crew will be back on Monday. Matt, final prediction for Game 1, Brewers-Cubs NLDS. Who you got?
Brewers 7-1.
7-1. All right. That's basically my don't quote me prediction. Love it. Ryan, how about you?
Brewers 5-3.
5-3. Fantastic. Going to be a great weekend, folks. Thanks for tuning in. This has been Jim, Matt, and Molly, presented by Coors Lights. We'll talk to you next week.
See ya.
Planning a corporate event, private party, or team outing? Madison